You're in the Stampede, West Virginia Metro News' only show dedicated exclusively to the Thundering Herd. Here's your host, Dave Wilson.
It's springtime. Spring football will get started next week, but it's the spring. It's time for baseball. Thundering Herd baseball in full swing. Picked up a big win this week. We'll look for 4 more big wins on the road at Radford this weekend. Joining us to talk all about it is the head baseball coach for the Thundering Herd, head coach Jeff Waggoner. And, Coach, it was a fun atmosphere at Appalachian Power Park on Tuesday night and picked up the big win against West Virginia.
Yeah, it was. It was fun. These guys were excited about playing the game and enjoyed it. I'm sure the fans enjoyed it other than the weather. And I'm sitting there looking outside right now. It's snowing, and it's you got a game tomorrow, so the weather's been tough, but we're just glad to get the season going, and hopefully the weather will change soon and bring more fans out to the games.
Of course, Aaron Blair getting a lot of attention and well-deserved attention, I should say, for his performance against West Virginia. 6 innings, no hits, 11 strikeouts. But even prior to that, including that start, his last 3 quality starts, has an ERA of .95. He's really living up to the expectations that were kind of put on him this season.
Yeah, no, Aaron's did a great job. His first couple outings, he was pitching in really cold weather. I mean, Old Dominion, it was 20 degrees out. It was snowing. And, he's starting to find his rhythm. We know he's got great stuff, but what makes him better is he's a competitor, and he really has great pitchability. And he's a team guy, so we look forward to every time he starts, and I'm excited about next couple months in baseball for him.
How tough was it to go ahead and take him out of the game after 6 innings of work on Tuesday night?
Really not that tough. I mean, it's early in the season. He's at the 100-pitch mark. Coach Renner does a good job of our pitching coach of watching his pitch count, and there's no sense to stretch him out right now when, he was at 85 pitches the weekend before, and our mark was 100. So for his future and for our future for the program, we feel like we do a great job of monitoring these guys' pitch count and pushing the envelope on injury.
Coming up this weekend, you'll take on Radford, but this past week, it's a Tuesday night, it's a middle-of-the-week game. Obviously, it's non-conference taking on West Virginia, but what does that win do overall for the team's confidence and the team's psyche as you move forward and get prepared to take on your conference schedule, which is not too far away?
Well, I've said all along, the biggest thing is, it worked out perfect because we had an opportunity to play a game like that before we open up conference, and we faced really great atmospheres in this conference, and it just gets the guys ready. It gets the guys ready to face momentum changes and a hostile environment, as you could say, and just the energies of the game that you want your kids to get used to, and so I it really worked out that should help us during conference play, and hopefully we can take that momentum into this weekend.
Talking with head baseball coach Jeff Waggoner, picking up the win over West Virginia, 4 with Radford, hopefully 4 with Radford this weekend if the weather holds out. The pitching got a lot of the attention from Tuesday night's game, but also the offense got working, and it wasn't the big long ball type power offense, but you got guys on, were able to get them over and get them in. A good fundamental offense.
Yeah, it's something that we preach every day. Our assistant coaches do a good job. We work on in batting practice every day, a situational game, and the more you do it, the more confidence you'll have in the game. And we do a great job of sack bunting, and that happened in the game. And we were able to move guys over, and we had a great approach with runners in scoring position. That's something we stress a lot. So they're buying into it. They work every day at it. So hopefully it'll pay off more during games.
Coming up this weekend, 4 with Radford. Give me a little preview. What does Radford have in store for the Herd?
Well, we're playing a team that will be coached well. Joe Courier does a good job with his club. They got one of the best hitters in the country, Jeff Kemp. Has a chance to be a high draft pick. Great hitter. He'll be hitting in the middle of the lineup. Somebody we can't let us beat. Let him beat us. And their pitchers will compete. They'll play great defense. They've always played great defense. So we just gotta keep the momentum. We gotta stay fundamentally sound, and our pitchers got to do a great job of keeping us in the game and giving us chances to win.
Also, after Radford next week, you got the University of Kentucky. A tough 5-game stretch here before you start conference play with UAB.
No question. Kentucky's going to be really good. They're a top 10 ranked team, and we're going to their place. But I enjoy those games. I enjoy it because it helps prepare the team for conference play. So we can't worry about Kentucky right now. We got to worry about Radford, but yeah, it's going to be a tough 5-game stretch, and these guys are going to have to step up and play with the same intensity they did Tuesday night.
He's the head coach of the Marshall baseball team, Jeff Waggoner. And Coach, first time in a long time WVU and Marshall met on the baseball field. Could you feel it? Was there an atmosphere there in the ballpark Tuesday night, something different than just your ordinary, everyday ball game?
Yeah, no question. I mean, we could play Eastern Kentucky and Morehead State, on a Tuesday at Charleston, and it's not going to have the same atmosphere. The kids want to play those games on both sides, and it's about the kids, and obviously the fans want to see the game, and it gives a chance to for fans to see both sides. What kind of players we have, and I think it's going to help both teams with recruiting too. So I think it makes a lot of sense, and I'm just excited that Mike Hamrick and Coach Mazey and we're able to work this out and get this game together.
Well, Coach, good luck this weekend against Radford, and we'll check in once conference play gets cranked up here in a couple of weeks.
Thanks for having me on, and we'll talk to you soon.
As head coach Jeff Waggoner, the Thundering Herd baseball team, picking up that 8-0 victory over West Virginia this week, and talking with some people. It doesn't matter whether it's baseball, basketball, football, tiddlywinks, or if my dog beats Tony Caridi's dog in a race. Anytime Marshall can beat WVU at anything, we'll take it. We'll gloat about it, won't we, Tyler? We will. And we'll enjoy it to the next time. 2 more times these teams will meet up on the 2nd of April here in Morgantown, and then 1 more time down in Beckley this season. So they'll go at it a couple more times this year. Spring football starts next week, if you can believe that. And the Thundering Herd will get practice started on Tuesday in Huntington. They'll be practicing Tuesday, Thursday, Friday next week, and then for the rest of the spring, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Of course, we'll have complete coverage of Thundering Herd spring football. We'll talk about that next week on the Stampede. And, of course, continue to follow this Thundering Herd baseball team. They might be able to put something together in Conference USA this season. We'll follow that closely. For Tyler Mertens, my producer, and, of course, Jeff Waggoner, head baseball coach at Marshall, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Check me out on Twitter, Dave Wilson, MN. My Twitter handle, email me anytime, dwilson@wvradio.com. Thanks for watching.